Hey guys, just thought I would share with you that I have COVID. I tested positive for COVID today, unfortunately. And I'm pretty positive that I got it from going to a wrestling event in Chicago on Labor Day, basically, or the day before, whatever. There was like 10,000 people, a sold out arena. I did wear my mask the whole time. But I don't think that mattered in that situation. I did not get vaccinated. And I went with my uncle and my cousin. My uncle's vaccinated, my cousin isn't, so my uncle doesn't have to quarantine, but my cousin does, and I don't know exactly what's going on with my cousin yet, but I'm pretty sure that's where it came from. Now, they say it takes a couple of days or something to get the symptoms. And that's how I can kind of trace it back to that too, which is just kind of obvious because I don't really go anywhere or do much besides, work. And so in Chicago, it's pretty bad for it. But anyway, I remember Wednesday going to work, and in that morning I kind of had a tickle in my throat. I coughed a little bit, it's just kind of like whatever. But later on that night, at like 7 or 8 p.m. or whatever, there was more of that, and I started feeling a fever. And I was talking to my mom, and I remember telling her, yeah, I'm like getting sick. I started feeling sick. And so overnight, I had more of a continued fever, and so I ended up messaging my boss in the morning and saying, I don't think I should come into work. I've got a fever. And it was kind of like a mild fever. My thermometer was saying 99.8 or whatever. But I could definitely feel it in my head. And I was like, there's no way that I want to work like this. I shouldn't be there. It could be contagious, whatever I've got. And so she said, you can go get tested for COVID at the health center or whatever. And I was like, okay, I better do that just for work at least, And so I had the day off, and I went up there, and I also had kind of like muscle aches, and it's like I didn't even feel like getting out of bed, really. It sucked just to go up there, just to even get a test. And but I did. They swab your nose. And, I'm lucky I haven't had anything up until this point, because I know they used to, stick it all the way up into your brain or whatever. But they got these rapid tests now. They can find out in 15 minutes. Well, I went up there and they swabbed me, and it costs $10. It costs $10, they say, for the paperwork or whatever that they print out. And well, I got a negative result, so I was kind of like, okay, that's good. Maybe I don't have COVID. And I thought, maybe I'm sick somehow, and maybe I'll feel better tomorrow. Maybe this isn't really a big deal. Well, it didn't go away, and so the next night, my fever felt even worse, and it was kind of hurting my teeth because of the pressure, and the highest temperature that I had was 101. So it was even raising a little bit, and I was still feeling like crap. And I texted my boss again. I'm like, yeah, I still can't come in. Sorry, I don't think I can come in. And I was like, they told me when I got the test that sometimes it's not always accurate if you do it too early. You gotta wait until your symptoms have been there for a while. Wait until, the third day or something of your symptoms, so it can test it. And so I was like, I can't come in today, and I was like, I'll get the test again, we'll see. And I went and got the test today, and it was positive this time. I knew I had something because, you don't just out of the blue have a sore throat and a fever. I'm usually never sick at all, and this was out of the blue. I don't remember being around anybody who's sick or any reason to have this. So I knew it was something. So, I called work and told them I gotta do a 10-day quarantine and stay at home basically until the 18th. And I've had a lot of different doctors call me, ask me, where I've been, who I've seen. They're going to send me texts every day that they want me to respond to make sure that I'm doing okay. It was kind of annoying, actually. It's like, and I usually have my phone on silent, so it doesn't matter anyways. I just miss their calls. But I always got to call them back, But trying to just relax and just rest all day. And I'm always looking at my phone, and it's like I missed calls or whatever, and I gotta call them back. But, yeah, I don't feel like I'm dying or anything. I don't feel really shortness of breath and stuff. Maybe a little bit, but I feel, I don't have the loss of taste or smell. So maybe I'm just really lucky, and I don't really, have a really bad version of it or whatever. Hopefully it's going to be gone soon. For some people it only lasts a few days. But, it did get worse, today from yesterday. So I hope that it's not like a trend where it's like worse tomorrow. But I actually took an aspirin tonight. I was kind of worried about taking any medicine with it. But then from what I've read, they say it's okay. It could reduce your fever and everything, so I'm feeling okay now, besides still having a fever and coughing some. I've been coughing up more phlegm lately. And I finally ate something. I haven't really been feeling like eating at all. It was actually making me think about getting sick earlier. I thought of food. But I've been drinking tons of water, taking showers, and laying in bed, and that's about it. I haven't felt like watching TV, I haven't felt like doing anything. So, I probably will get the vaccine eventually, after I'm healed up. And I know that people can still get COVID even if they have the vaccine and everything, but at this point I might as well give it a shot. Like I said before, that I would probably get the vaccine, if I wanted to travel or whatever they made you. I think it's a ridiculous to have a mandate, and they're talking about wanting to mandate, federal employees and stuff, which I am one. I know he said something like offices that have like 100 or more people, which I don't know if that would qualify for us, but we have like 10 people, but I probably will anyway. Because if I can do anything to prevent this from happening again, then that's good. But it's not the worst experience of my life so far. And in fact, I could have used a break from work. But it sucks for work because I know we're so short-handed, and it's really probably making people work a lot harder. But I can't help it, You can say, well, you shouldn't have went to that event or whatever, but you know what? That was one of the best wrestling shows that I've ever been to, so... And who knows, how much longer we'll be able to do stuff like that. They might shut them down again. So it was fun to get out and enjoy life again. And have some kind of normalcy. For over a year or two, not being able to do anything like that. So I don't regret it. I don't have any regrets at all, really. And from what I've heard, I can even get paid for this. For my days off, but I'll have to figure that out. And just talking about work, I might as well just share with you that I was really blessed to be able to get a second vehicle, because I took in my other vehicle to the mechanic because I knew like the struts were bad. It was getting really bouncy, and I wanted him to kind of check over everything. It needed an oil change. I wanted him to check the brakes and stuff, but I thought the brakes were okay. Apparently they weren't. He said all the brakes were shot, and like 2 of my tires were shot. And I got hit with a $900 bill. And the struts didn't even get fixed. And so they're allowing me to make payments, and I'm paying them about $300 each check, like 3 times. Which I might try to just pay them the rest of it next payday or something and get it done, because I need to get the struts fixed before I can even really drive it. And I'm worried that while I'm waiting on trying to get this one fixed, that I'm wearing down the brakes and stuff on the other vehicle. I've been working 6 days a week, and the gas is insane. I'm having to fill it up like every day. It's taking like over half a tank or so. But I still love a lot about my job, but trying to keep up with it and trying to keep up with life when you're working 6 days a week, the only day you have off is Sunday when everything is closed. And a lot of times, you know, when you get done with work, a lot of stuff is closed, you know, unless they get done early or whatever. And how short-handed we are and everything else. So, I still love it, but, you know, and I had somebody on there talk about how I've had some help with people who've donated money to me when I needed help, and that I should be focusing on paying everybody back and everything. You know, I really want to give back. And he was basically saying, you know, before I got another vehicle, I should have thought about that or something. Like, okay, so I should have just drove my other vehicle until all the brakes went out or whatever, because that's what was going to happen. So, no, I'm very lucky that I got the other vehicle. If you're going to do this job as a rural carrier, you need like 2 vehicles for sure. It's really rough, and I'm not a mechanic. I don't do a lot of small repairs and don't even really have time for it. And so that's why, you know, I need 2 vehicles too, so one can go into the shop and I can use the other one while one's getting fixed, and I can swap them out. You know, and now I got a $900 bill. You know, I owe $600 or whatever, but it's crazy. I just finished the down payment on the new vehicle, so now I'm just making the regular monthly payments, so things are going to get better from there. But yeah, I don't know. So I figured we'd all get COVID. I guess that, you know, I worked at Walmart and stuff during the height of the pandemic and everything, and I never got it, or never knew that I had it before. So it just never really crossed my mind. I guess I kind of thought going to the show that it was a possibility, but I guess I was just more excited about going to the show than really caring about anything. It'd be interesting if I ever heard anything about it, if there was like, you know, thousands of people at the show that got it. Who knows? A lot of people might have been vaccinated, I don't know. But yeah, I'll probably get the vaccine. See what it will do. My parents have gotten the vaccine. I know a lot of people who have, so I'm not afraid of it really hurting you. I've heard of people saying, you know, the second booster shot or whatever will make you feel sick, but besides that, oh, I don't know. So luckily for me, it's not the worst experience, but you know, I do feel sick. It just reminds me of when I was a kid in school and I had the flu or whatever. You know, my mom would always put like a warm washcloth on my forehead, and I was just like bedridden. That's how I feel now. You know, just have soup, just drink water all day, whatever. Just sleep it out, just sweat it out until it's gone. Hopefully that's how it's gonna be. So I decided to share that with you guys. I don't really know what else to say. I haven't really done videos because I've just been waiting for everything to pan out with the job and the vehicles, and like I said, it's been 6 days a week, and I've been really waiting to get on top of things, you know, to get this down payment done, which is done, but now I need to get the vehicle fixed. But I get paid 3 times next month, so that should be really good. I should be getting on top of things, and I'm really excited to see what the future's going to be. So, anyway, that's about it, I guess. God bless, guys. I do have, 10 days off, so the more that I'm feeling better, maybe I'll make some videos. I'll do a live stream or something. So God bless.